Hello friends, I welcome you to another interesting class in our CorelDRAW. And in today's CorelDRAW class, I'm going to teach you how you can create simple invoice using CorelDRAW. So let's get today's class started. So the invoice can be in A4 size or it can be A5 size. This depends on the kind of invoice you are going to create, but this practical video tutorial is going to guide you on how you can create a simple invoice for yourself or for a client. Right, so let's get today's class started. So the first thing we have to do is to make a new page by go to File, then we click on New. So from this point here, we're going to type to it invoice, or let's just say build design. Build design, build book design. Okay, so we come here to the width and we type 355 pixels. Then we come to the height and then type 450 pixels. Then we make sure that our color remains CMYK. Then the resolution should always be 300 because this is a print design. So finally we come down below here and click on OK. Alright, so having make a new page, the next thing to do is to start the concept of our design. So what I'm going to do next is that I'll go to my toolbar. I will double click the rectangle to make a page border. So this concept, I'm going to fill the page layout background with a gradient fill. So what I'm going to do next is to look for my interactive features from this point here. So having select my interactive features, then I'll come to the Home tab here and select Fountain Fill. So having select Fountain Fill, I'll press Shift key on my keyboard, then I'll drag from the top down below like this. Right, so I'm going to change the color to this type of orange. Then I'll come to the top and I'm trying to mix orange with red, that is red orange and normal orange, something like this. So okay, so what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to come to the color palette here, then I will right click on it to remove the stroke. Beautiful. So the next thing I'm going to do is to go back to my toolbar and then I will select my rectangle. So having select my rectangles, I will make another rectangle straight down like this. Then I'm going to fill this with white. Right, so I can right click on this icon here to remove the stroke. Next thing I'm going to do is to make sure that the rectangle is aligned to the center. So I'll press Shift key and select the background shape, then I'll press C to center it into the middle. Next, I'm going to make a duplicate of this new rectangle. So I'll select the rectangle now, then I'll press I will right click and press Ctrl key down to drag down below like this. Then I will choose copy here. So I'll press Shift key and select the top, and I'll press C to make sure everything still we are still maintaining the center alignment of the top. So one other thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to go back to my rectangle tools again. I will select rectangle, then from the center I will make another rectangle like this. Alright, so next I will go to my tools bar again. I will select shape tools. So when I select shape tools, then I will make sure I turn this to something like this. Then I will fill it with orange color. Then I will right click to remove the stroke, and I'll go back to my pick tools and select it. Then I'll make sure that I press P to centralize. Then I'll press Ctrl key down and take it to the top and snap to the center like this. So I can take my zoom tool to zoom out the entire shape. So okay, I can change this color to, let's see, black. I think black is going to look nice at the center between the color. All right, so let me go back to my zoom tool and zoom in. So at this point now, the next thing I'm going to do is to draw the invoice line, right? So I can make a duplicate of this rectangle again. So I will right click, then I'll press down Ctrl key and drag. Then I will choose copy here. Now this duplicate one here, I will have to readjust it, then something like this. So I need to adjust this to the top. Can just tap like this, then I'll take this and tap to the top, something like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to fill this with the red orange like this. Then okay, let's see what other thing I can do. Okay, let me change this to another color. So let's see if black is going to look nice. No, red. Okay, so we have to work on the background color now. So I have to go back to my interactive fill, then have to make sure that I change this to this type of okay, so this will have been better. All right, so trying to differentiate between the red orange and the normal orange color. So what I'm going to do next is that this particular red orange here, I'm going to make a duplicate of it. So I will right click again and press down Ctrl key and drag straight down. Then I will choose copy here. So this duplicates one now, I will make it white. Then let me zoom in. So I can drag down like this. So I need to adjust this, shift key and select this, shift key and select this. Then I have to just to resize. These are too little bit wide. Okay, so I will take this to the top just like this. Then I can delete this and take a look at another one. So and I'll fill it with black. Then I will press P to centralize. Then I'll press down Control key and take it to the top and center like this. So what I'm going to do next is that I need some stroke in the invoice, so I can click on the white background now and take it up a little bit so that we have enough space to input some other information. So now what I'm going to do next is that I need my pen tools. I'll go back to my tools bar now and look for my pen tools. So I will make a path. So you press that shift key and close the path like this, then control down to cut. So let's see, this is too thick, so you can come to the home tab here and control the width of the stroke. Let me try 1. Very good. So what I'm going to do next is that I will right click again and press down Control key and drag it down like this. So I will just copy here, right? So I will press Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D, something like this. Then I will select the background shape, then I will take it up and snap to the shape, something like this. So what I'm going to do next now is that I'll have to divide the invoice in the segment. So I'll have to go back to my pen tools again. So let me scroll up. So I will start from the top here. So I even need to reduce this. This is the header is too wide, so it can go down a little bit like this. Then we can as well take this down. Something like this. It's too wide. To Z. Okay. So we need to apply some stroke and so that we can define the invoice column. So we have to select our pen tools again. So having select my pen tools, so I will now start from this point here. It can be the serial number column, then I will take it down with shift key and take it down like this. Then I can change the stroke color, so I can come down here and right click to apply the stroke color like this. So I think I have something nice. So I will go back to the home tab here. I will type, let me type 1.5. then I press enter on my keyboard, so it's going to take effect on the stroke. So I will make a duplicate now. I'll press down Control key and right click to make a perfect straight duplicate like this. So copy here, then the same thing, right click and copy here. I will right click again, copy here. So I can select this to shift key and select this, shift key and select this, then I'll tap with my arrow key, so something like this. Then control key down and another duplicate, copy here. So this one here can be turned back to, let me see here, line, something like this. Okay, so we have this column can be serial number, description, then the quantity, price, then amount, and the rate, right? So we'll scroll down and see what we can do at the bottom. So here we can pick another rectangle and we call this box here total. So we can fill it with white as well, then apply the red as the stroke color. So this segment can be for total. Then here we can have our another stroke here. Can go back to our pen tools and make another stroke, or better still, we can just make a duplicate of this rectangle here, control down and drag, then snap to the edge here, make a copy, then we take it like this. Then we can remove the stroke. So let me zoom out and see the entire shape. So snap to the edge. Okay,